I mean, you see like half a second of Venom's face coming out of the darkness.
And that was enough to get you all like going.
Yeah, too right.
This one got you excited, this next game.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Spider-Man.
I just had to look to see which game was next.
Did it? What have you got on the screen?
I was like, what is that at the top? Basketball.
And the PlayStation Showcase was a big one for Marvel games, to be fair. They've really announced some huge ones. Yeah. One that I'm not really that fussed about, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. I mean, I think it looks pretty cool, to be honest.
It looks all right, yeah.
Yeah, but
I was surprised it was on the PlayStation Showcase, though, because it's a multi-console release.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, here we go. Another
PlayStation 4, 5, all the Xboxes, whatever they're called now.
Even on Switch.
I was just going to say that. Yeah. And Switch Cloud?
Yeah,
Nintendo?
Cloud streaming, yeah. But it's no date on that yet, I don't think.
No. But aside from Guardians of the Galaxy, we saw Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I was so hyped because I wasn't even really thinking. They only showed you like a minute of it, and it was no gameplay or anything really. It was just cinematic. But you see Spidey or you see Miles first. So obviously you've got Peter Parker and Miles Morales.
Yeah.
And then it shows them both at the same time, and it's like, yeah, okay, sweet. So it's like, okay, this is going to be co-op.
Yeah,
like
2-player.
Yeah, this is going to be good. And then you hear the deep, dark, rumbly voice, and I can't remember the guy's name that voice acts him, but he's really cool.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of the dark, which I wasn't expecting at all, was my favorite character out of Marvel, was Venom.
It was an unexpected addition.
Yeah.
So obviously you're going to play as either and or Peter Parker or Miles Morales, and I guess against Venom.
Yes. Yeah. I imagine so, but who knows? Because he's an anti-hero.
Yes, I was going to say.
He could even team up against some other greater villain, you know? But we don't know.
Why no co-op? I'm totally on board with you on that. Why would they...
They just missed something that could have been so good.
Yeah.
Like, even local co-op.
Yeah, but... And we've talked about this before. There is a distinct lack of couch co-op.
Oh, yeah.
For campaign modes.
For everything.
It was actually why we were excited about the remake or the remaster of Quake.
Yeah.
Which was savagely horrible to play.
It was great.
It was fun.
But yeah, it was hard to play. Yeah.
No couch co-op makes no sense. When you've got two protagonists as in the game, I don't know why they've missed that.
Yeah, exactly.
And why PlayStation or Xbox, to be fair, missed that as a thing altogether.
Yeah, well, just imagine being sat there and being able to play as Peter Parker as one person and Miles on the other.
It would be so cool.
Even if it wasn't split screen, you just are in the same screen together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or even if the main player one gets to change the camera angle of the screen, and if the other person goes out of the screen, well, then it tells you to come back or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, they could have made it work without making compromises, but clearly they've gone, no, it's a single player action game. We're not doing that. But what an opportunity that would have been to have two Spider-Men at the same time.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gutted.
I'm gutted, but let's not detract from the fact that it is hype.
I'm still
Spider-Man 2's coming.
It's still going to be incredible. Don't get me wrong. It's got Venom in it. It's going to be like the best Spider-Man ever. But that is a sad point.
I'm curious to see how the story will play out with both of them.
Yes.
And Venom. There's three big characters to squeeze into a story.
It is, yeah, definitely. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the Venom's going to be the baddie.
Yes, it seems like the easy option.
Yeah, I mean, they need to introduce whoever Venom's going to be.
Yeah.
So is it going to be Eddie Brock, or is it going to be one of the other sort of hosts of the symbiote? Because as far as I'm aware, I've not seen like Eddie or anyone else in the storylines of the previous Spider-Man games. So they can't just be like, oh, look, there's Venom. Wait, who is he?
He's been there all the time. Why have you not noticed?
Exactly. So there's going to have to be some sort of tie-in with like, oh, there's Eddie Brock, like, the reporter, blah blah blah, and kind of tie him in a little bit before he becomes Venom. So it's going to lead up to that. I think it can't just start with like Venom's let loose, like like what? Who is he? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's going to be one of those. But I am super hyped for it. I mean, you see like half a second of Venom's face coming out of the darkness,
and that was enough to get you all like going.
Yeah, too right. Yeah, it's the only comic book I collect. Yeah. Well, there's a couple others, but this this is the only one that I actually like. Have got. I've got hundreds of issues of like the Venom stuff. But yeah, all the other ones I've just got random comics here and there. But 98% of my comic collection is just Venom. So I am definitely hyped for this.
And just really quickly, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but just in the Marvel thing, we had Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2, which is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
They also just randomly dropped in there Wolverine.
Yeah.
And they didn't really show a lot. It was just obviously the end of a bar fight and the back of Wolverine.
Yep. Someone draws a knife, walks up to him, and he gets his
claws out,
which is going to be amazing.
Yeah. No details on that, just in development. But the fact that they've gone to the effort of making that cinematic would suggest that it definitely is into development, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Didn't it say 2023?
It said that for Spider-Man 2.
Oh, okay.
2023.
Okay.
Wolverine was just in development.
Oh, sometime, guys.
It may happen.
One day. I'm really hyped for this as well because I love Wolverine. Yeah. Like, Christina and I watched through all the X-Men movies. I actually won an X-Men competition. I'll tell you that now.
Wow.
A genuine Marvel competition.
This is big news.
Yeah, I totally forgot about this. I've got a load of X-Men items at home, which I won from entering a Marvel competition where it said, it was just an online thing, and it said, if you could create a new mutant, who would it be and what would their powers be?
Was it Video Game Man?
yeah. Nintendo guy who just throws Mario at people. But no, genuinely. And it said like, I think it was either a villain or a new mutant or whatever, like hero. And I just wrote whatever it was off the top of my head. I wish I kept it, like screenshotted it or whatever. Because I thought, I'm never going to win. There's going to be thousands of entries, whatever. Yeah. Like, and then randomly get an email like 3 months later saying, you've won, like your superhero won our competition or whatever.
Nintendo Man was selected.
Yeah, but they said, send us your address. And I got a t-shirt, I got a snapback hat, I got a book, I got like the entire DVD collection. Like, I'm not joking. I got like 100 odd quid's worth of stuff, maybe more. So we watched through all the movies because I just want a box set.
Yeah, right.
So I'd love to. The only thing I haven't seen is the Logan movie.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I've not seen that, but I love Wolverine. Yeah. Like, I love his whole story, love the backstory and everything. So this game, if it's just focusing on Wolverine, which is going to be, it's called Wolverine. Like,
what type of game do you think it's going to be though? Do you think it's going to be an action adventure?
Yeah.
Like 2.5 FPS, like
2.5 FPS. Yeah, just really, really slow, like super bad frame rate. Like, screw 60 FPS, 2.5, boys. That's what we're going for. But no, I get what you're saying. The third person kind of.
Yeah, it's not like, quite third person, but it's like 2.5.
Yeah,
person.
almost like Star was 2.5 person.
Like it's like in between, isn't it?
So there's 2 Wolverines and then just a pair of legs. 2.5 persons. Like, maybe there is. No, I think it's going to be like that. That sort of like up at a slight angle, a bit like Force Awakens, if you've seen that kind of Star Wars game. It's going to be weird because he's invincible, essentially. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously he can almost die. I reckon you're going to basically die, but then regenerate, like in the game. But yeah, like I'm properly hyped about that. I mean, it's got to be like a mature rated game because you're going to be slicing people up with some knives in your hands. No way this ends well. Exactly, he's just going to murder loads of people. Like,
and does a game like that have legs? That
2.5.
It ends up being a bit of a hack and slash.
Yeah, I reckon it probably will. Like that action kind of God of War style. Like combos,
combos, Devil May Cry kind of like
esque.
For me, I get really bored in those games quite quickly.
No, I do agree, but then there are exceptions like the God of Wars, where you can be sucked in because of the storyline. and just how graphically good it's going to be. I mean, this is Insomniac, isn't it? I mean, you've seen the Spider-Man games already.
A lot of the games announced yesterday were Insomniac.
Yeah.
They
pulled out all the stops. Right.
They've obviously not been sleeping.
No, the title says it all, doesn't it? Like their name. But no, I even though we know nothing about this, I've got high hopes for it, to be honest. Yeah. And I can't wait to see some gameplay. Yeah,
totally. But we won't know when that's going to happen. No. Or even if it's going to be PS5 exclusive or not. You would kind of...
It's going to be PS5 exclusive.
The fact that they've teased it at the PlayStation Showcase.
And all the Spider-Man games are PS5 exclusive. Yeah, I reckon this is going to be a locked to come to PlayStation to play Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Even though I know Guardians of the Galaxy is actually cross-platform, but maybe not.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy sits in a different place.
Oh no, Spider-Man sits in a different place because Sony owns Spider-Man. But Marvel own Marvel.
Yeah.
But not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
What your head around that. But yeah, so I reckon this is going to be probably multi-platform, but maybe with that year exclusivity on PS5.
There's going to be some exclusivity to it. They wouldn't have done it at the PlayStation Showcase in the way they did. If there wasn't, doesn't make sense. They would have just dropped it at some other point.
Yeah, I totally agree.